the whole political situation. I mean, the last few days have been
Okay.
Is it an attack to make?
So yeah, what? go. Am I? Hang on.
Are you on?
I should be. Hello everyone? Okay, OBS is bugging out. Don't know what to say. Alright, I think we're here. I think we're good.
Amazing.
Alright. Jacob, today was quite a busy day, as you can see.
Yeah.
Jacob Greenscreen Man over here. We have a lot to talk about. We're gonna have some interviews coming up, but the main thing, let's just give like an introduction of what's happened today. First of all, we've had Dante. Dante has officially died, and there is, as a result, the new and Sultan leader. There's been possible war talks going on. I don't know if there's rumors behind that, if there's actually validity behind that, but we're going to be covering that later in the session. We're going to be having an interview live with Paito, and we've also got interviews with Jay Collin in there. And pretty sad topic, unfortunately, but one of our reporters has died in the line of combat.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Corvus.
Rest in peace, Corvus. We'll host like a minute silence for them later in the session. But I think the main thing that we should be talking about is Dante's death. Actually, sorry, not to dismiss Corvus's death. Actually, that was very sad. It was a very tough time. But
yeah, but I mean Dante, leader of ex leader of the Sultanate. It's crazy.
It is really crazy. We've got the whole footage of that here, including the coronation of the new leader, of the new Sultan, sorry. So I think we should go ahead and play that. Just gonna load.
Is it loaded?
Last session, and unfortunately for the Sultanate, God told me that they have bigger purposes outside of the physical realm we're on. So because of this conversation I had, and because I will continue to serve God, we have decided to the succession ceremony the Sultanate always makes. So to start off, whenever I call your name is selected to be a candidate to be the next Sultan, so your name, please stand up. Efroy, Elias, done. And finally, I will call you. You gotta crouch again. If you crouch, it means you have not been selected as the next Sultan. Stirp yes. Elias. And Efroy.
Oh my god.
Your next Sultan is Clutchington. Now,
Well,
following the ceremony, always, as we always do in Akasa, Clutchington, first of all, I'm gonna go down, I'll give you my blessing, and I will be burned, okay?
oh, stop.
Clutchington,
Alright. Sorry.
I'm just checking.
you
the
have
people named
the
OPP
Sultans,
Nation or
and
something.
thus God's blessing
Oh.
to lead his nation to glory. He has put your trust in whatever you want to do and how you want to manage the responsibility of being accountable for these last people. Okay? So, I will now give you my year. And you may borrow me.
I'm honored.
And you may put a flint and steel
What's your speech?
Alright, guys. I got a
Speech!
Back up. Okay.
Your orders.
Um,
Your orders.
So right now, as you see, today we faced a great challenge, right? Our rulers passed, and our sultan's legacy has carved this lands, right? But his passing will not break us, right, guys? Okay. I ask you one question: what kind of nation are we?
RDM Nation!
We are a nation. Sounds good. We are a nation that was born from hardships, okay? Forged in the harshest of environments. Look at it, guys. No, don't falter, guys, okay? The world watch is waiting for our weakness, okay? But they're gonna see none. I ask you guys another question. What authority do you think does Vespera or New Europe hold over us?
Nothing! Zero!
They did not survive. They did not face the challenges like we did, okay? And so stand tall, guys. Honor Dante with grief. But the Sultan endures, and under my command, it's gonna rise even higher. Alright, guys?
Yes!
So do what you did before. We're gonna. It's good. Great things are happening. Okay. We're gonna be rich, we're gonna be strong.
Until your thing.
Alright, yeah, so first of all, sorry guys for the quality, yeah. I don't have enough space in my laptop to fund this. I'll delete everything. I'll start deleting everything tomorrow. It should be smooth by tomorrow. But yeah, so I mean, Jacob, you were there. What's your thoughts on the Sultan dying? Was it just like really random to you?
Yeah, I mean, I was just like confused. I mean, the real question we got to ask is, does Clutchington have it in him? Can he take on the position that Dante was doing? Because Dante, he was doing a pretty good job. I went there earlier in the event, and he was running it great. But will Clutchington be able to fulfill his role? We'll see. But the whole thing was just shocking.
Yeah.
Everything.
It's quite out of the blue as well. Like I wasn't really expecting it, but hey, when your god says you gotta go, I mean, I guess you gotta go, right? Yeah. Anyway, so we managed to get an interview with Jake Collin, aka the second in command. It was pretty early in the session before anything kicked off, which again we will be talking about very soon. But we're going to be talking about Jake Collin and mostly the future of New Europe before the world meeting happened, which we will be talking about.
I just want to clear up the whole political situation. I mean, the last few days have been
Okay. So yeah, what? I'm 111 is watching. Okay, yeah. What's been happening? First of all, I mean, it's probably the big question. What's been happening with Todd? What's going to be happening with Todd?
Okay, so I'll explain it from front to back real quick. Todd was found guilty on the crimes of election fraud, vandalism, defamation, battery, assault, attempted murder in the first degree, and I think we have bribing in there as well, if I am correct, that is. After a lengthy court case, we decided that we would be forgiving of his actions, not all, and we have exiled him to a northern mushroom island where he will stay for the duration of this new existence. If he steps foot here, he will be killed on sight. We have given him 3 chances. He has escaped multiple times. He has committed, well, great crimes in my opinion, and in a lot of other people's opinion as well, because, well, he was found guilty. So he will stay where he's permitted to. If he comes here, then, well, yes, he will sadly have to be killed. But
Okay.
Go on. Yeah.
Yeah, alright. That makes sense. I mean, he's obviously not very liked here. Next question. So yeah, now that you're obviously the vice leader, right? Good performance in the rap battle, of course.
Thank you.
What are you going to be like doing? Just like in terms of New Europe and
Oh,
then
well, in terms of
diplomacy.
New Year, I will be focusing a lot locally, most definitely. I will be a man of the people. I'm the vice
Okay.
president, so I should be. I'll be around here dealing with local issues. I will also be doing international diplomacy. It is a strong suit of mine, and I will act upon it as fit. So yes, I've already had some talks with Varian about a situation we had, and that's been solved, which has strengthened our diplomatic ties with them.
Mhm.
But I will most definitely be doing a lot of, well, local activities and local.
Right.
Hmm.
Okay. What's gonna be like the plans going into the future? Like, have you got any
Is that
plans
V
coming up?
Sortie?
Yo,
Well,
what's up?
I'd say
From
I'd say the
V
plans
Shop.
are to just, for the most, stay peaceful,
Yeah.
keep crime
What?
out, keep
Hello,
war at bay, so
sorry.
away from the people, keep the people safe, and most definitely continue with the art, the creativity.
Okay,
Let
thanks.
people be what they want to be. Let people build what they want to build.
Oh.
Let people express themselves, because that is what New Europe stands for.
I do not
Okay.
have anything to actually buy stuff.
Wait.
But I guess, is there anything
Oh,
else that you want to say
me
to like
neither,
the
honestly.
people, just in general?
Okay.
Well, based on the current politics, I'd tell everyone to possibly, and now this is not in any way a hate thing or anything against them, but from what I've heard, there have been dangers in the northwest. So in the area of the Sultanate, there have been attempted robberies, extended violence, and I will keep it at that because I am no man to judge others. But I just tell, well, the citizens of New Europe and the nations that it is friendly, allied with, whatever you'd like to call it, to stay in a safe area where you know you will not be pestered or robbed. So just stay at bay.
Alright, and we are back. A very good interview from Jay Colin there. Now this was before, again, a lot of like meetings happened later, which again we will be covering in the news. But yeah, looks like Jay Colin, well, mostly New Europe, want to remain peaceful. They don't really want to have war, and it does look bright based on that. But yeah, anyway, I'm funny. So, I'm under the impression that you had an interview with someone who wishes to, remain anonymous, so we won't talk about that. But what was talked about in this interview?
Yeah. During my interview today with the person, we talked about what the new leader of Sultan has been doing. Clutch. So we talked about how he has been preparing to attack New Europe, as I believe so.
Oh.
With his army building up resources in preparation to attack tomorrow.
Right, so yeah, I just talked about, wanting peace and all that, but it looks like there's might be a war tomorrow. That yeah. Yeah, what's your thoughts on that?
Well, as we are based in near Europe, I'd like to remain peaceful. And as normal, I'd like to wish peace across all nations. But if it can't be agreed, then it can't be agreed. As long as bases or homes are to stay safe and the people that do not want to be fight aren't fought, and I think it is fine to happen between what needs to happen.
Right, okay. Yeah. Yeah, so unfortunately, war might be coming. I assume they're going to try to prevent it, but in the case it cannot happen, yeah. Anyway, we're going now. Before you guys call us corporate sellouts, we need to keep a livable wage. Okay, we have jobs. Okay, we have jobs. We us, yeah, and but we need to keep $1.50. We need to make some money. So anyway, we're going to talk about some ads. Brem at the tavern is going to be hosting a karaoke session, I think 1 hour into the event, if I'm not mistaken. And Henrique, unfortunately you sent me the video too late, so I can send you that. But Skull Crushers are going to be selling cool stuff, is what I can say. Yeah, but we also have a couple cool video ads to show you by the lawyers, and yeah, we'll show you both of them now.
You're starving, begging for food, or plenty of coin on hand. Farmers market located off the coast of Pangea is the place for you. Affordable prices. I'm more than happy to barter. You're probably wondering why.
Wait, should
Alright.
we go to the other place, or
No,
yeah, they like.
no, just okay. That was a little bit laggy, but yeah, all I can really say is that the farmers market is really good. They're going to be selling a whole bunch of farming stuff. I think that's my fault that is really laggy, but it was a really great video, but unfortunately, yeah, that's my bad. The farmers market is going to be really great. I would advise going over there. The coordinates, I don't remember, I'll be honest. But it's really great. It's a really great place. I hope you saw the coordinates there as well. And we're going to be running our other ads for the lawyer.
They framed me for murder! They ruined my life! But then, I found Jerry. Jerry fought for me in court, and he settled. He managed to save my life, my business, my reputation, and my money. Jerry is incredible!
Hey, my name is Jerry the Tortoise. Did you know you have rights? Well, the rules say you do, and so do I. You see, I believe that every man, woman, and child in this event is innocent until proven guilty, and that's why I fight for you, Pangea!
Okay, looking. Alright, now, going on to the slightly more tragic moment of today. Corvus, one of our news reporters, has unfortunately died. Died in the line of action. I haven't got all the full details for that, as it did happen quite late into the session. But it's very tragic, and we're gonna host a good 30 seconds of silence for our reporter. So, 3, 2, 1, yeah, go. Alright. I hope Corvus, whatever they're doing, whatever religion was right, and, whatever afterlife you've gone into, I hope you're doing very well there. It's a very tragic day for the news. But anyway, next up, we are going to be talking about this world meeting. As you know, again, there have been quite a bunch of war rumors recently, and I think there was this world meeting in order to either prepare or try and prevent war, because we want to prevent war at the end of the day. I don't think there's anyone who wants war, but apart from RDM people, but different topic for a different day. Yeah, we're going to be showing the footage of the world meeting now, and what's ended up happening there, and afterwards we're going to be going into Paito's interview, who led this world meeting. So yeah, going to be playing the footage now.
If someone gets attacked, regardless if they're in the right or the wrong, we'll look at that afterwards. But if they're part of the Republic, then we'll gather all of the armies and always defend them. So, that's just regardless. Afterwards, we may look if they were in the right, but in the moment, always defense. If someone gets ambushed, we're also immediately just going to annihilate the person who ambushed the nation. If one of you faces a rebellion, you are back, the representative leader, but the rebellion can request a trial. I'll explain how a trial goes in a minute. I'll explain how that goes now. a trial is if or a rebellion or two nations disagree, then the accuser can state their charges and their case. Then the defendant can state their charges. Then both rebut the other and can call in witnesses. And then the Council of Representatives vote on basically, they both represent their desired verdict, like what they would want the verdict to be. And then the Council of Representatives vote on which. Ozymandias, do you guys agree?
What, we?
Yeah, you already agreed.
Yeah, I guess it's fine.
Yeah, we should
Yeah.
get married.
Comet Trail, the town of Comet Trail. You haven't. No, I did send you the Constitution. Do you agree?
Honestly, I have my own concerns about it, considering the fact that regardless of whatever may happen between bigger factions, Comet Drop is almost entirely out of the way, and I'm not sure how worth throwing in our numbers with whatever may occur would do for us on a
Well,
base
I'll tell you what
that's a concern
I'll tell
my
you.
citizens raised to me, and I wanted to bring it up for their sake too.
I'll tell you. That's very fair. First, it's that there are threats right now, and there was obviously we just gathered half an army because we thought that Sultanate was a threat, and I have received word at least multiple times that the new Sultanate, that the new Sultanate is aggressive, and like it's Loki. I do not know. I haven't had any interaction, but it's right now. I think even New Europe, we're one of the bigger nations. I don't think that we can defend from the Sultanate right now. They're the biggest nation. They have a very strong army. All of us combined, we could defend from them. And for the Sultanate spy that's gonna report this, we're not forming this coalition, this republic against the Sultanate. We're forming this as a general thing. So if someone attacks us, another person attacks us, it's just a general system. And this general system protects us from that. And also, with the trade clauses and everything, we can look to having a better equipped army. For example, arrows and buff, because like Loki, those are always lacking. So it's more of a defensive thing than offensive. Because one thing I forgot to mention, I think you read the Constitution. If we would go on the offense, what would have to happen is someone would have to put forth a motion, and then we'd all have to vote, and then if it's a tie, then we still don't go. So we'd have to have a complete majority, and only then would we aggress. So it's like a defensive thing mostly. And no one is completely safe right now. Not even New Europe. Everyone could use this.
I see. I understand. I'll say now that I'm in.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, Panther. What was it? Varin. Are you guys in? Or do you have any questions, of course?
I think my biggest concern, right? I am very, very allied at the moment with the Sultanate. I'll be dead honest. We've been trading, we've been talking since the start of the event. We've been very good terms.
Yo, can somebody let me in?
I've had nothing but friendship from them. And I won't say that you guys haven't had bad experiences with them. I'm sure maybe you have. But from the last meeting we had, it seems like you guys definitely were very, very aggressive towards them as well. And I fear that joining this is potentially going to break this alliance I've had with the Sultan. Because you're asking me to choose a side, basically.
Yeah.
And we're back. That was a very important meeting, you could say, for the safety of this island. We've obviously got Paito here to do an interview very quickly, but should we just talk about it really quick? So as to my knowledge, I'm pretty sure Shadow declined after, I just couldn't fit it in, unfortunately. It's my bad, guys, bad time management. But I'm pretty sure the Asterius cartel accepted it, and obviously that other team accepted it, and I'm pretty sure Vespera... I'm not sure, actually. Paito could probably give me some insight.
Vespera accepted. Vespera accepted. Comet Trail Town, that town also accepted. And indeed, the Varys, they did decline, but they would be accepting if we got on better terms with the Sultanate.
Yeah, and that's kind of the question that I was wanting to ask you. So, how about Serenth and Paito just have at it now? And the interview can go on.
Alright. Okay, so Paito.
What are your thoughts on the war rumors that are happening right now?
The war between Sultanate and Vespera?
Yeah. The rumors of the war that's going to happen tomorrow.
Oh, the war. Well, actually, I have some news on the war for tomorrow, which is that that's probably not happening, because I've met up with the Sultanate 2 times. Also, at the end of the session, we met with him in the middle of a desert, and we put down a table, and we actually sat down and discussed everything. And he'll likely agree to it, that he will actually join the Republic. Varys will also join the Republic. And then we will hold a trial according to the constitution of the Republic. And in that way, we are going to decide if he's guilty. So instead of a war, we're going to do a trial. That's the most likely. If he refuses to join the Republic, which is unlikely, because he was likely to, based on my diplomatic discussion, it is highly likely that we still would refrain from a war for now, but if the Republic, if he shows any other signs of aggression, a war would happen. Yes.
Okay. And in the case that a war does happen, how are you planning to prepare for it?
Well, right now we have this Republic and we have a constitution, and it says that in case of a war, we're getting all the armies. And then, depending on what the attack or the defense, we're defending or attacking. So that's how we would prepare. We would make sure everyone's geared up. We would get our best PvPers, and then we would fight or defend.
All right. So, like, is there anything else you have planned in defense or?
Well, New Europe is the capital, so if there's going to be a war, we will likely not be the aggressor unless the Sultanate does some more aggressive things, but based on the diplomatic discussions, they won't. So the war would likely happen at New Europe. We have a fort a little behind New Europe, so we'd likely fight from there. And the plan is basically gather all of the people that are all of the nations in the Republic, and then just fight and stand together.
All right. Okay, thank you. That's all the questions we have.
Yes.
All right, yeah. What a great interview. Thank you both, Paito and Sarem, for that. You guys were amazing. Yeah, really great knowledge to hear that. Hopefully war won't be happening. Yeah. I'm really hoping not for war anyway. I want to continue doing
scared. We're all scared.
I'm really scared, Jake. Yeah, so I think that is everything, but I think Jacob has one more thing to say.
Yeah, I would like to say, I've ended off the last couple newses with Kogel, my enemy. But I saw his death message today. I saw that he somehow died, and you know what? He may be my enemy, and we may have hated each other's guts, but he was a person, and rest in peace, Kogel. He was also put in a prison cell.
Thanks.
I don't. That's all. Rest in peace, Kogel.
Rest in peace, Kogel. Yeah, so thank you all for tuning into the news. Today was a pretty good day. There's a lot of stuff that happened today, but hopefully we can get through it as Pangea, because we are Pangea. Everyone say it, rah! We are Pangea. Why are you looking at me like that?
Sorry.
All right.
Oh yeah, guys, we're trying to fix the green screen problem.
No, we're not.
I keep getting green screened.
Okay.
SMH.
Yeah. Anyway, bye guys. Thank you all for tuning